the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Chargers. And it's coming right up on Madden NFL 23.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Chargers. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway in Southern California. This will be fielded inside the 5, and he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
The secret to his game and his success, incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys who catches passes with him. And not only does he ask them to stay after practice or meet it before practice, he actually demands it because he knows if they have that kind of chemistry built up, they're going to be hard to beat each and every ball game.
Tua to throw right away. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Miami first down there and going for a gain of 11.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And some room to run now. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Well, Raheem Mostert, remember, he established himself as a special teams guy before becoming a good runner, and he's never been one to back away from contact as he's able to run through would-be tacklers there on his way downfield.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for because, you know, all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. This is a 40, and they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their 1st-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
It hasn't taken Herbert long to earn the status as one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. He's locked and loaded on every snap, and the second he sees an opening, the ball's soaring downfield. You've got to be on your A game at all times against him. The second you slip up, he's liable to burn you.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 37. They started on the ground with Eckler. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. It's Eckler again. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center because, remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion. And sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger 1st.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Herbert on 1st down now.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. He's got Allen.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Again, Herbert. It's Williams on the catch.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Draw play. It's Eckler.
To the 36-yard line. Stop there.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go option to the short side. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Herbert.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles. 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys, because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence. Show some aggressiveness. Go pick it up.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it.
So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring us to the end of the 1st quarter.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Once more, here's Eckler. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
Herbert now. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett from 8 yards out.
And the Chargers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
On the return, Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13.
Here's Tua. Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. From the gun, it's Tua. And he finds Tyler Kroft. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
4 yards remain for second down.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. His throw incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He completes it to Wilson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage with that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on 3rd. They had more guys than they could block.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. They juked him. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. They'll roll him out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a 1st down.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Throwing to start the drive, but that was incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to pass. Tua. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And the ball is knocked out and picked up by the Chargers. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result right there.
Now Herbert following the turnover. Touchdown, Chargers! Keenan Allen with a touchdown reception from Justin Herbert. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and it's now 14-0. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the Stix. Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Herbert. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that is incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a 2nd, but you're right, not to be. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Herbert. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. And the Dolphins with one final possession here in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
is Hopkins now for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Tua. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats for that first half for Miami. And they will need to get this passing game in gear, because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 16.
He'll hand off here to Eckler. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Herbert on first down now. And that's into the hands of Eckler. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely, because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
After the sack on first down, Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop him on third down. Back to throw here, Herbert. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 2 big plays in succession, and the Chargers on the move. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Brought down at the 20. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now Herbert looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Eckler now between the tackles. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a third one.
Yeah, now from this spot on third down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
Herbert has it knocked free. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. So hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play.
More from L.A. in a moment.
The Charger drive about to get going. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do. Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Herbert now. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
He finds his man, complete. It's Johnston. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Running on first down, Eckler. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Herbert. This is caught by Williams.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the fourth quarter.
On the screen, this is Eckler.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
That one good for only 6, and it leaves them with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long, because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 12-yard line.
He'll look to Mostert to start things out.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Here's Tua. Dancing to his left. They'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
Wilson with a 1st down carry.
And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From just shy of midfield, Tua.
They complete it to Hill.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Over the middle. And
oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The offense on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Williams brings it in. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. A give, Eckler running to the right. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Now a give running left is Eckler. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So Tua and the Dolphins down by 2 touchdowns. 1:44 to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Now Tua. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Open man is Anderson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Tua. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
Let's go, man. Let's go, baby.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Tua to throw. And that is incomplete.
That means there's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Tua. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The Chargers ready to take over. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. Herbert to a knee, and that should just about write it into this one. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.